Yeah, what's up with Mike Hosking? Folks, he's now calling people who are opposed to the United Nations Pact on migration, he's now calling them alarmists and extremists. Have a look at this.
G'day there. There seems to be a fairly large disconnect between what we think has been happening in Marrakesh this week and what really happened in Marrakesh this week. The United Nations Migration Pact has created here what is clearly a very well orchestrated campaign designed to put people off signing it. It has done this by peddling what are clearly meant to be alarming scenarios. Now, in painting said scenarios, the populace, who under normal circumstances would not ordinarily be A, aware, or B, exercised, get energised by the campaign to put pressure on politicians to avoid getting caught in the trap. Now, for the record, I wouldn't sign it, mainly because I'm no fan of the United Nations. They are, by and large, an inefficient, ideologically driven behemoth who cause more trouble than good, remain largely ineffective and wander around the world as a result of their various pacts and programs trying to tell people what to do. I also wouldn't sign it based on the fact that we do immigration and migration in this country pretty well, by and large. In the grand scheme of things, we don't have migrant problems. And we don't, based on the fact that we're at the bottom of the world with too much water between us and the issues. But having said that, the sort of commentary we've seen whipped up this week lacks a logic that is a telltale sign of alarmists, if not extremists.
Well, alarmists, if not extremists. Michael, you've just given great reasons why you wouldn't sign the accord. And I would say most people would agree with everything you've just said. They've had a gutful of the United Nations telling us what to do. They've simply had a gutful, and you're calling them alarmists and extremists. It doesn't add up, Michael.
The migration debate globally is, of course, of serious concern. There are millions displaced and on the move, but they're not on the move here, and nor will they ever be because we have tangible borders.
So they're not on the move here because we have tangible borders. Michael, that doesn't add up either. Have a look at this.
Tear gas and water cannon were brought out by police in Brussels as a march against a UN pact aimed at fostering cooperation on migration deteriorated into a battle. Flemish right-wing parties called the rally, claiming the agreement, which was signed last week at a conference in Marrakesh, would lead to an increase in immigration. There's already been political fallout from the pact. The largest member of Belgium's ruling coalition, the right-wing NVA party, pulled its ministers from the government in protest against the Prime Minister's...
Michael, are all these people alarmists and extremists as well?
...decision to sign the accord.
There's no majority for this pact among the people or the government, so I think that in future the government had better listen to what the people really want.
The pact, which was agreed in July by all 193 UN members except the United States, was signed at the Marrakesh meeting last Monday. The Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration seeks to open up legal migration, but to...
Did you hear that, Michael? It seeks to open up legal migration. And so that means basically our geographical location doesn't matter at all. They'll simply tell us how many people we should take. We will lose control over our immigration policy. It's that simple.
Discourage illegal border crossings, but it's been met with fury in a number of European countries amid fears they will be unable to set their own immigration policies.
Exactly.
10 states, mostly in former communist Eastern Europe, including Austria, Hungary, Poland and Slovakia, are refusing to adopt the agreement.
So, Michael, are all the people from these nations, are they alarmists and extremists as well? Pull your head in.